And we're back. That was an exciting first round. Here we are ready for round 2 of the Sentinel Tactics tournament. In between the matches, we've got all of the other matches that were, while that first match was happening, several other matches were happening on other tables. And so those all got resolved, everybody's got set up, and we're ready for the second set of matches. And so let's take a look at the bracket to see how the teams all did. You can see here on each of the ones which one won. So moving forward in the primary tournament bracket, we have 404 Team Name Not Found, all the points, Squeeze the Cheeks, Rainbows and Unicorns, Eradicators, 3 Guys and a Ninja, Friendship is Magic, and Beaverbane. Now, the teams that lost in that first round aren't out. They're still in the match, and they will continue to play through the rest of the tournament, well, or at least until they lose a second time. As this is a double elimination tournament, any team has to lose twice in order to be knocked out. So the secondary bracket we should have pretty soon, and we'll be able to show you. So here's the secondary bracket. In fact, actually, these are all the teams that lost their first match but still aren't out. And so we have Team Asashiguri, we have Subterfuge, Beginner's Luck versus Baby Owlbirds, PAX Tastic versus Crunk Pimp, and Headshots versus Team Chaos. And Team Chaos is the one that we just watched. So that is pretty interesting things. So what do you think of those names?
I was definitely laughing at a few of them, and I'm excited to see how Rainbows and Unicorns plays out.
You're feeling good about Rainbows and Unicorns?
I'm feeling super good about that.
Excellent.
Yeah. And Friendship is Magic, you know.
Oh, I hear it is.
It's just a fact.
All right, there you go. We're getting the teams ready for the next match here. So we should have information on which teams we'll be seeing specifically very soon. And the tabletop is pretty close to set up. So let's take another look at the map real quick just to get some information on where we're going here. As we knew before, this is actually the top-down shot of the board. You can see the tokens have been replaced. The auto turret that Beacon destroyed last match has come back. And we should be just about ready to start, it sounds like. The teams that we have on the tournament here are Squeeze the Cheeks and Rainbows and Unicorns. So you get to see Rainbows and Unicorns.
You know, I know I'm biased, but I'm kind of pulling for Rainbows and Unicorns.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting. But it's good to know that you have a favorite based on nothing but the name.
Nothing but the name,
That's
yeah.
a great choice.
I feel like somebody to come up with that name has to be a genuinely enthusiastic and strange human being, and I'm very into that kind of thing.
That's great. That's a great way to go. All right, so with the match now getting ready to get started, we can see that they are about ready for the coin toss. So let's tune in while they figure out what needs to happen.
There? Okay.
Just gotta put it in the middle of the board. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
It's an obstacle. Go around. It looks like an obstacle.
Lively couple of teams.
I mean, you came with the whole table.
Note to self, don't swear.
You guys remember how this goes?
I know, that's
Yep.
Yep.
First draft, first play, and first stand, and choose position.
Yep.
Okay. So, always person on the right, you guys pick. Here's the toss.
Who's on the right? Do we know?
Heads. It's heads. So, you want first draft, first play, or first stand? First draft. Okay.
Okay.
First
So,
draft, first play, first man, first position.
so first man, first position is going to Rainbows and Unicorns.
Yeah.
And first draft, first play is going to Squeeze the Cheeks. So,
Baron Blade.
we shall see. So Baron Blade has been banned from the game.
The Visionary.
And the Visionary. So Baron Blade and the Visionary have both been banned. Baron Blade, we didn't see a lot out of him last match, but he is a very powerful character. So now we're drafting right off of that. So let's get that draft screen up so we can see who people are picking.
All right.
Right off the bat, Squeeze the Cheeks has pulled first draft, and they've gotten Beacon.
Citizen
We're
Dawn.
going to see more Beacon this time.
And Rainbows and Unicorns going for Citizen Dawn.
Yes, I'll be playing Citizen Dawn. I will be playing the character of Citizen Dawn today.
And I'll get you your tokens here in a moment, your minis here in a moment.
All right.
Bunker. Bunker, yeah. Ooh.
Another bunker pick.
So we have Beacon and Bunker on the
Kevin
same
made
team
Bunker.
this time. So far we've seen 2 of the same characters in the last match, but we also now have Citizen Dawn in there. I'm interested to see how she fares in this map.
Yeah.
All right, so Will from Rainbows and Unicorns has picked Legacy. So interestingly, Legacy and Citizen Dawn are both team leader, team booster characters. So it's interesting. It's not surprising that Baron Blade got banned from this because Baron Blade is really good at tearing apart leaders and boosters. So we've got the Wraith, Bunker, and Beacon versus Ra, Legacy, and Citizen Dawn. Ra is really going to benefit from this team structure. Legacy and Citizen Dawn can give their teammates a lot of bonuses to damage and things like that, and Ra is just made of damage. I would love to see Rainbows and Unicorns boost Ra to the point that his damage output is ridiculous.
But don't they run the risk then of kind of putting all their eggs in one basket?
Yeah, they do, but the safety of the basket is that Legacy can play a strategy by which he's fully defensive, and whenever one of his teammates would take an attack, he switches places with them and takes their attack. So that's putting the eggs in the basket of saying, Ra, you're going to do the damage, but then Legacy can say, no, but I'm going to make sure you don't take any damage too.
They've got a good safety net.
If they play Legacy defensively. You can play Legacy defensively. You can play Legacy offensively. That's the thing he's probably worst at. You can also play him team boosteringly, in which he is helping his teammates out by giving them tokens. So the characters, the players are choosing their powers now, and we're going to see what sort of things they're picking here. They're still picking what powers they might do. So let's go actually take a look again at that drafting screen so that we can see what the matchup is. So like we talked about here, a solid strategy is Legacy and Citizen Dawn boosting and protecting Ra. Legacy does have some damage, some attacks, and so does Citizen Dawn, so there's a lot of different ways to play them. So we'll see what happens with that. Whereas with Squeeze the Cheeks, we've got Bunker, who we saw has the grenade launcher and things like that. We've got Beacon, who can ignore line of sight and do exciting things. And we have the Wraith, who is good at defensive stuff for herself, but it can also attack across the entire board. She has some great things that can essentially make her range practically unlimited.
Okay.
So,
But so far it seems that Rainbows and Unicorns has the best synergy within their team.
if they play.
If they do it right.
If they play in a way where they say, okay, we're going to boost Ra and protect Ra, I think that this team has, this is a setup that I would love to play in. Personally, Ra, Legacy, and Citizen Dawn, that sounds really exciting to me. But Squeeze the Cheeks has 3 very powerful and strong characters. So this has the makings, this has potential to be a really thrilling and well-balanced match.
I'm excited.
Me too. All right, so the Wraith has picked Slip into Shadows for one of her cards. That is her card that allows her that whenever she's attacked, she can sprint, and if that makes the attack impossible, it fails, so she can avoid attacks that way. It's a defensive card, but okay. She also picked Targeting Computer, and that's the card that we talked about that lets them attack like all the way across the board. So that's good. Bunker has his auxiliary power source, which gives him some extra tokens and the grenade launcher. So we're gonna. It looks like we're setting up for the exact same strategy from Bunker's last time, but he might be more aggressive with it.
Great.
Beacon has Fortitude, which is a defensive card, and Piercing Eye Beam, so she can attack through things that don't allow her to have line of sight. Legacy has Galvanize and Inspiring Presence. That means that he is playing team boosting Legacy. He's going to be giving out tokens. He's going to be making people better at what they do.
And that's what we want.
That is what we want. I also like defensive Legacy, but I will happily take team boosting Legacy. Ra has Solar Flare and Staff of Ra. This means that Ra is throwing caution to the wind.
Excellent.
He's saying, it's okay if I get attacked. It's okay if I die. He's going to be doing lots of damage. He's going to be rolling lots of dice, and he's going to be re-rolling his auto misses. So that's super good. If he rolls one of those auto miss numbers that would automatically fail, he gets to re-roll it. And then Citizen Dawn has Luminous Leadership, which gives bonuses to her teammates and Return with the Dawn. This is a card that is unique to Citizen Dawn in that it lets her use... So Citizen Dawn is one of the villains. And she has this team, the Citizens of the Sun. And Return with the Dawn allows her to pull one of those citizens, one of those minions from her scenarios into this match and put a second token, a second miniature next to her that she controls and that she can move around the map and can make attacks. So currently, Squeeze the Cheeks is facing a 4-character team.
Oh, wow. This is going to make for an interesting game.
Yeah. All right, so they're talking over their various powers and things that they have. Looks like the Wraith will be going first. And so Squeeze the Cheeks will be starting us off. And it looks like we're ready to go.
Okay. You got 50 minutes, guys. Okay. All right. So, you want to power up? I will not power up. I will go to search. Give me a second. I'll go to search. I will get an aim token. See.
You should just hop behind me, get in the mount.
Yeah, so for my move, which I have mobility, I will go 1, 2, and then 3.
Why there?
Just so I can not, because I don't have line of sight for the post.
Okay, fine.
I think technically, no, is there a line of sight from like here? Like if you were here, could you line of sight her?
All right, so they're figuring out what the line of sight is. Yes, as we can see here, because the Wraith has that Russ is explaining it perfectly. I should just let them talk sometimes.
How are you feeling about their starting placements?
This is basically a throwaway move, and then I will take a dodge.
So the starting positions are pretty decent. I see Wraith's moved up onto the mountain already.
Oh, I get a +1 defense token
For that
when I
starting
take a
position.
dodge.
let's see. I would have personally put Bunker at the front instead of putting Bunker in the middle like they did, because that Bunker has the slowest speed and needs to get past it. It's okay that they put Beacon in the back, and because Beacon has mobility and can fly over that hill, no problem. As for the other team, they're starting off with Citizen Truth. Okay, we're going to see a strategy that proved to be very strong at the last tournament we did, but then it ended up being defeated utterly in the finals. And that's a strategy in which Citizen Dawn uses her ally Citizen Truth to take every attack that is targeted at an ally. And Citizen Truth, his thing is if an ally would get attacked, he becomes a targeted attack, and then he can actually ignore some dice. So he's really very strong defensively.
But what's the downfall then? I mean,
separating them. If you can separate the two of them so they can't see each other, then he can't do anything. That said, Citizen Dawn just did that to herself. She just moved into the forest, leaving Citizen Truth out in the open, so they currently can't see each other. Citizen Truth's card is currently up on the screen. You can see here that when he's defending, he ignores one of the dice, and that if an ally is attacked within radius 3 in his line of sight, he can take that attack for them. But, okay, so now Citizen Truth has moved back into the forest so that he is within line of sight of Dawn. But at this point, he can't defend any of his teammates. So he is defending Citizen Dawn, but not any of the teammates. And Rainbows and Unicorns wants to get that. They need to get Truth. If they want to use Truth effectively, they need to get Truth out of the field where he can see all his teammates. Squeeze the Cheeks are hoping that they leave Truth in the jungle. All right, so Bunker is going to do some things.
Not doing any power swapping. My surge, I get an attack +1 and an aim. For one action, I'm going to use Expert Tactician. I gain +1 attack. You and each ally gain +1 defense.
All right, so he's handed out some tokens to his friends.
Should I move up at all?
And he's wondering whether or not he should move up. My answer would always be yes. Bunker currently has a movement of only 1, but he could sprint to move up 2.
Okay. All right, I'm not going to. That's no second action? No second action.
All right, so he's skipping a second action, rolling movement. He's going to play the backfield. I think that he's hoping that they come close so they can get grenaded, but I would like to have seen him get out there and make some steps towards attacking.
I agree. We've been seeing a lot of cautious play, a lot of defensive play. I know people are really just interested in keeping their place in the tournament, but that's not how you win.
Well, I think that what we're going to see is about halfway through the tournament, that's going to switch. Because at that point, we will have seen teams that have played several matches, and whether they're in the primary or the secondary bracket, they have won and or seen close losses. And so that will mean they're like, okay, we know what we need to do.
Time for the big guns.
Yeah. So yeah, Legacy's handing out tokens like we knew he would, and is at least moving forward. So Legacy's moved into the woods as well. Now Legacy can see Citizen Dawn, and Citizen Dawn can see Legacy, but Citizen Truth can't see Legacy, so Citizen Truth cannot protect Legacy. I don't know if they know that or not, but they seem like they're acting very purposefully.
I totally agree with you. They seemed like they picked everything just like fast and just knew what they were going in for.
Yeah. Most of these teams are also being on the cautious side because most of these teams are very new to Sentinel Tactics. Like I said, a lot of these teams came from people who played demos for the first time yesterday and were like, yeah, I went in on this tournament, which is great. But it tends to be that more inexperienced players are on the more cautious side because they're like, my precious hit points, I don't want to lose these things. Whereas one of my favorite characters is Tachyon, who has very low hit points and often hurts herself, but she's a great glass cannon. She's able to just run lines through people.
Counter steps.
So,
all right, so Beacon.
Using a move action. Movement? So, yeah, movement, okay.
And Beacon's flying around the back up to the volcano.
Hanging out at a volcano? What do you think about that?
Well, I think
it's
does not have line of sight to the whole field. So he thinks that he has line of sight, but he does not, and he should probably be let know that he doesn't have line of sight to anything. But because since he's standing back on that thing, he can't see over those 3s that are around him. Those 3s that are in front of Beacon doesn't have line of sight. Now, he doesn't need it because he's using his card, Piercing Eye Beams. So from where he's standing, it is probably advantageous that he doesn't have line of sight. But again, we're seeing Squeeze the Cheeks playing defensively. Beacon is staying to the backfield. Bunker is hiding behind a hill. So we'll see how these defensive plays work out for them. Ra, I'm excited about Ra. Solar Flare, Staff of Ra. Heck yeah, let's get out there and do some damage. Ra was given an attack +1 or a defense +1 token earlier by Bunker. However, Ra has an innate ability called Hot-Headed. that whenever he would take a defense +1 token, he instead takes an attack +1 token because he doesn't care about defense. Defense is dumb. Setting things on fire is awesome.
I don't know if anybody watching at home saw that or heard your little laugh at your own pun, but hot-headed, yes, that not a bad pun there.
Check it and see. He's got a fever of 103. All right, so moving on. He's moving up to the mountain, but we don't know if he will jump into the woods or not. Yep, he does. So now Truth can see Ra, so Truth's protecting Ra. Truth can't see Legacy, but none of them are in any danger because they're so far from their opponents.
Right.
And he's Ra is taking a dodge, so all right. Yeah, I feel like Rainbows and Unicorns has if they haven't played before, they learned a lot yesterday because they all seem very confident with their actions, and that is exciting to me. They're playing a bit on the defensive side, but I have high hopes that they're gonna get in there and attack soon.
Right, they're grouping up. They seem to have a strategy. I'm excited to see where this goes next.
Yeah. All right, we have some considering going on here. The
Mulling
Wraith
over
doesn't
his
know.
options.
We're at the beginning of round 2. We've had our first bloodless round yet again, but that's fine. The teams are getting into position. Team Rainbows and Unicorns are right there on top of those turrets, and that's not a bad place for them to be. But if they both play this, hiding out behind things, eventually we'll run to time again, which I would just as soon not do, obviously.
I felt like the first round went relatively fast considering our last match that we watched.
Absolutely, yeah. No, we're moving along at a decent rate now. I'm just curious to see where things go from here.
All right, I'm going to use a move action and mobility.
People love hanging out in those jungles, I tell you what.
Stop there. I will take a dodge, which grants me a +1 defense as well. All the defenses.
We'll go next turn.
And then I will not take a third action, and then I roll my movement.
All right, so the Wraith has moved a bit, hiding behind bunker, taking a dodge action, which dodge works the opposite of aim in that if you take a dodge, when you roll your defense dice, they all become the highest die you roll.
Can I take
So it's the defense version of aim.
Can I take 2 dodges? I know they go away next turn. Okay, that's what I thought.
Right, and so
yeah.
moved, dodged, wasted her third action to do nothing. They're just hiding back.
Just kidding.
I think at this point they're just baiting the other team to come forward and deal with Bunker because Bunker has that grenade launcher. But I don't have high hopes for that strategy based on the fact that Citizen Dawn is so defensive based.
Right.
Oh, hey, Citizen Dawn just switched out a boosting move for an attack move. What are you doing? Blinding Blast? Do Blinding Blast.
Blinding blast, not searing
Yeah?
Yeah, Blinding
Yeah.
Blast. So Citizen Dawn is going, fine. You're going to hide over there? I'm going to come attack you. Here's the card. Whenever it deals damage, it also gives them attack -1 token. So she's going to try to take away their stuff. Okay, good.
2,
Yeah.
3.
All right. Now her Citizen Dawn's movement
and then,
is currently 3, so she moved as far as she could.
Aim.
Oh, she's aiming her attack, and she is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 away from Bunker, and she can see Bunker just fine.
And then I'm going to attack
Go for it.
5, right? 5?
Yeah.
Shine
so
on, you
fives and-
crazy unicorn.
him
So 5s and
with
6s
a-
will hit.
with a
3s and 4s are
bunker.
auto misses. 1s and 2s won't make
With an
range,
aimed
but
attack.
because she's aiming, she has a good chance of actually getting through to him.
Blinding blast, yeah.
So roll those dice.
3, 4.
All right.
1s and 2s won't make range, but 5s and 6s will hit.
But he is aiming.
Well, I'm aiming.
Right, so if you roll any 5s or 6s,
The auto misses come out before the aim happens.
correct.
All right, so rolling. Let's see what we get.
Range will hold up.
All right, the 4 and the 3 go away. However, those 2 and 1s become 6s, and it's 3 6s against Bunker.
Not bad, not bad.
Yeah, the 1 gets rounded up
So
to
those
6.
are all 3s. So there are 3 6s.
Yep.
So 6
You can
and
take-
6
you can
and
use
6
auto
against Bunker, and now Bunker's rolling defense. And rolls no 6s and takes 3
Oh,
damage.
wow.
That is half of Bunker's life, and Bunker gains 2 attack -1 tokens because of Blinding Blast's ability.
That's what I did.
Go ahead and take your.
All right.
Here you go. Hard to see them all.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so that's the end
Squeeze
of
the cheeks.
her
Whose cheeks are you squeezing?
turn. And then,
Which
she's done.
cheeks?
And I don't have my aim anymore. And can you get 2 attack -1 tokens, so both of your attack +1s go away?
Yes, that is correct. Attack +1 and attack -1 tokens do cancel each other out. So Citizen Dawn has not only
and then,
taken Bunker to half health, but also
I'm done
debuffed
with my-
his things that he's done.
Oh, and
That's a
everyone-
great move, and it was aggressive, and he moved forward. I'm so pleased.
You're so excited.
I am.
Rainbows and unicorns playing with the horn.
Now it's
You know-
Truth's turn,
Ah.
and
You know, I am really.
losing
I
dodge,
wasn't
he's gonna
as
stay right
excited
there.
about Rainbows and Unicorns as
gonna
you were.
create a
Not that I
thought.
wasn't excited, but just you were more excited.
Oh, absolutely.
Because I don't
that's the end
I don't
of
like to
his-
judge a team by its name.
I do.
That's fair. But when they pull the strategy of Citizen Dawn Legacy and Raw,
Alright, so turn starts.
that-
not placing any powers. My surge.
Now I'm
aim,
excited.
and a
You
plus
guys
one.
can't see Christopher's smile right now, but let me tell you something. It is something quite radiant.
Should I get another plus one, or should I?
Mulling it over. Squeeze the cheeks, looking worried.
All right, I'm gonna take an extra attack plus one, and everyone on my team gets a defense plus one.
Okay.
If we're out of defense plus ones, what happens?
We're gonna focus on who I think we're gonna focus on, right?
Do we have any extra defense plus ones?
Oh, we have some defense plus ones over
Can we
here.
get two?
No. I mean, I know I'm handing to you. The answer is no.
all right.
And then I'm going to aim my grenade launcher, Vertex 4.
Oh, he's busting out the grenade launcher.
Here.
I mean, it makes sense. And that
Um,
seems like they are
I need
leaning
to
on
play what I'm
Munker's
doing yet?
grenade launcher. Again, just
Just
like
let
the
me know
game
when I
we
need
just
to-
watched.
Say,
What's your miss?
Are you aiming or is it just
My aims are 1 and 2, and I am
Misses are 1
aiming.
and 2. And he
You
did
are
declare
aiming?
aim. He did declare aim.
okay?
And his misses are 1 and 2.
All right,
Don't blow it up.
I'm gonna go ahead and use Citizen Truth's ability. If any ally would be attacked within radius 3 and they're in line of sight, which they are.
Rainbows
so
and
he's gonna go
unicorns
ahead
using
and
Citizen
block. He's
Truth.
gonna go ahead and act as the defender, and he's gonna go ahead and use dodge. So 3 4s.
So all of them
So
turn to
they,
5s.
they all, so
All the attacks
they're-
turn to 5.
Right, so I don't block any of them except one because of his other ability. Sorry, I'll leave him in. When defending, treat one die in the attacker's roll as blocked without assigning a blocking die. So he's going to take 3 damage.
Do they switch or not?
He just takes the damage.
No,
He just takes
it's
the
in a
damage.
radius.
So Citizen Truth is hanging out in the woods, is taking the damage of the attack. So none of that
Is that
damage
a
actually got through.
Once a turn type of move, or how does
It's every time.
it- every time? Okay.
And at this point, Squeeze the Cheeks is learning the danger of the Citizen
Use
Truth
this
strategy.
2 actions.
Right.
Oh, you only 2 actions.
They
Okay.
seem to know what they're up
All right,
against.
remember
I
one
feel like they're going to start acting more aggressively because they have to.
Yeah, yeah. Like Bunker was able to fire off that attack and get some damage at Dawn, but none of that damage counted. It all went to Citizen Truth, who ignored 1 point of it. And sure, they're close to knocking out Citizen Truth now, but they haven't done any damage to an actual character.
Right.
So they are going to have to do something to split up Truth and Dawn.
Give everyone of my teammates +1 attack.
Yeah.
Because they're all line of sight.
I like it when people give tokens to each other. It's good friendly.
It's good, yeah. It's the
Oh,
The-
you're
the
not
team
adjacent.
and
That's
team.
right,
Right,
so
sorry.
Jason's
Okay,
close
sorry.
by.
My bad.
So close. You're so
Okay.
far away.
Right.
You're good.
And then I'm going to go
You're
into
safe.
go time, and I'm going to stay where I am, and I'm going to use my Galvanize on Citizen
2 defenses.
Interesting.
defenses.
Or use it
who
on
did he
Citizen-
galvanize?
He's galvanizing Citizen Dawn.
Citizen Truth After.
Oh,
We're not line of sight with them.
he can't.
yeah,
he's-
yeah.
the only person he can galvanize is
Well,
Citizen Dawn.
you can give me, you can give me
Um,
1 and 1, right?
yeah.
I'll take 1 attack and 1 defense.
Okay.
Okay, so Citizen Dawn is going to play some frontline
That
stuff, it looks
is
like, and that's
my
exciting to me as
First
well.
move. My second move will be to take a dodge.
All right, and Legacy's playing defensive. So I'm not
Roll for
super
mobility.
crazy about what Legacy's been doing. It's not been anything very exciting, but Citizen Dawn is at least stepping
I
out,
have my
making
turn.
some attacks. I'd like to see Ra get out there too. I think that the team can certainly support 2 frontliners, and getting Ra out there just throws some moves. Because Ra is made of damage. If you're not attacking with Ra, you're wasting your time.
Right.
Like there are characters that have legitimate defensive strategies. Ra is not one of them. Ra only has an offensive strategy. So.
Squeeze the cheeks using Beacon.
You only have 2 actions. So just go up there.
Just let him go.
Alright, just do it. Just do it. Do it.
Because here's the deal.
I
If
can't even say squeeze the cheeks without feeling a little weird.
Yeah.
Just a little.
It's a little weird.
It's a little weird.
It's a little weird.
and she can't resummon that one right away anyway. She has to
Alright, do
she has to pick the card up and then do
Let's
it
just start calling him Cheeks.
Cheeks. Team Cheeks.
I like that. All right.
Because
We've
Team
renamed-
Squeeze is just, that's
No,
a whole
no,
different
that's
ball
it.
game.
I'm going to use
Yeah, so
my
Team
second
Cheeks
action
moving
for this
moving
last.
Beacon up. I'm glad that we can just rename teams as,
After checking for range, which
if they have any objections, they can tell us. They won't
removed
change
each
until
die was
later.
rolled higher than the target's range. For each die removed this way, add 2 dice that show
Oh, excellent.
the
So
exact
Beacon is
range.
making a really exciting attack. Let's pull this card up on the screen.
6
Oh,
is
yeah.
what's out of us.
Beacon is making a focused blast attack that she rolls a dice, and then any dice that exceed
So
the
it gets-
range of her opponent
Right.
become
So
2
she
dice
won.
that are exactly the range of her opponent. So instead of
5-2.
instead of being 5-5-2 because her opponent is 2 hexes away, it becomes 2, 2-2, 2-2. She rolled
How many?
5 2s.
5-2.
All right, so Citizen Truth is going to jump in the way.
But unfortunately, this is
He's
probably
a-
going to call
he's a-
Citizen Truth
he's a
because
va- he's a
he
valued
rolls
va-
3
valued
defense dice. He
ally.
ignores one of them. So he ignores one of the 2s. So it's only
He's
4
gonna jump in the way.
2s.
I guess it doesn't actually matter.
But what else can they do?
Well, we're right.
He's
He
gonna-
blocks all
actually
3
he
of
does.
them.
So I got a 6, a 4, and a 2. So I block 3.
Yep.
He auto blocks 1, so he takes 1 damage.
And he has 1 hit point left. So that was a good roll, but they've almost got Citizen Truth down. And once they get Citizen Truth down, they should really be able to team up on them if they take advantage of it. Hopefully, Cheeks, Team Cheeks, is prepared to jump all over
Still
Rainbows and
got it.
There you
Unicorns
go.
once those go down.
Alright, put the turn token over.
Alright, my turn.
All right, we got Rob next.
All right, so let's see Ra get out there and make some actions.
Alright.
I mean,
I'm gonna
no
switch out
comp.
Solar Flare.
I
Okay,
love you.
Solar Flare's going away.
Yeah.
So we just switched out Solar
I'm gonna see
Flare
about doing,
and got a
Resurge,
Blazing
which
Tornado
means
instead.
a +1 attack.
Do you have the hurricane thing out?
Yeah.
Let's
I
go,
need a
Rob,
+1
Rachel.
across the
So
way.
Blazing
Look,
Tornado,
sure.
immediate upon switching into Blazing Tornado.
You give, you give.
Exactly. Until we stomp someone in the face. Right.
So upon her switching into Blazing Tornado, she gets to put the token onto the board
Yeah, I was just
immediately.
switching out to
Okay,
Prayer
cool.
for a minute.
Oh, so she needs to do it from there.
Yeah.
So no, so she can't move first and then.
Right.
Correct.
So
Okay,
that's
so
the
you
thing that
actually
Paul
don't
is
wanna play
explaining
that.
right now to Rachel,
So
who's
go ahead
playing
and
Ra,
pick up your
is that
swamp
immediately
cards
upon
do something that lets you make a really far attack.
okay, yeah. So she's changing what she's going to be doing.
1, 2, 3,
Because yeah,
4,
Blazing Tornado is a
5
great
away, so
attack.
we can
Blazing
do something
Tornado,
5 away,
upon
that's really good.
putting that card down, you immediately put down a tornado token, a Blazing Tornado token somewhere on the field, and that token and everything that's adjacent to it are a fiery attack that is constantly happening.
So now go
All
ahead.
right.
And so you're essentially putting it's like absolute zeros spiking things, but instead of being a single hex, it doesn't mess with mobility or anything. It just is a field of fire.
Just burning.
Yep.
So go ahead and just move one.
So instead of switching out for Blazing Tornado, it looks like she has switched. Let's see, she has a Staff of Ra and something
Well, that's
else.
the thing, is my area attack origin is 4 though for that.
So do you
that's
have
the best I
anything
got.
that's a long? That's a
No,
long
that's
thing?
what I was. Yeah.
So
That's
you
what
don't
I
have
was saying.
anything that's like.
No.
Okay, so just use your one that lets you do unlimited and try to get 6s. Aim and then so you've moved. And you
What
have
does it look like
attack.
Ra's deliberating right
I only
now?
have 2 actually.
I think she's trying to decide where she wants to drop her attack because she only has 2 actions, like she just said, and so I think she's trying to figure out. She picked up Inferno, which is an area attack that she says like that place gets blown up. I'm hoping that she'll move up behind Citizen Dawn and try to hit the Wraith and Bunker.
Unlimited anyway, so.
Yeah. So I mean,
Or-
you only get to do it once, but whichever one has the most
Well,
dice.
it's unlimited, so yeah. Okay. It's the same.
She's listing that her
Let's go ahead.
base
Whichever
attack
one has
Fire
the
Blast is
fewest.
unlimited. Unlimited merely means you can use it as many times as you have
Does one have a
actions if
5
you
miss and one have a
have
6
the
miss?
extra space. So if Ra only has 2 actions, but if Ra can Fire Blast from where he is starting, he can make a Fire Blast, and then he has another action, you can buy a Fire Blast again, whereas most actions can only happen once.
So my 5.
So Ra is Fire Blasting.
So what do you have left?
A 6.
You want to use your 3
Yeah, I'm gonna
attack plus.
spend my 3 attacks because why not?
Let's see. Ra is
Here's
1,
2
2,
more.
3, 4, 5,
I got
6.
3
Who is
on
he?
that
Oh, she's attacking Beacon, it looks like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah.
5 goes off, and then the 4 stays.
And the 4 doesn't hit range though, so it doesn't.
Yeah.
count.
All right, so you got 2 6s going through.
All right.
All
So you gotta
right.
block 2 6s.
Plenty of defenses.
Plenty of defenses. Don't be afraid to use me.
Oh, wow.
Use your defense.
Alright.
You can use all 3. Okay.
Well, I'm making you use up something at least.
Yeah, and so he's going to use all his defensive things and
Fire
doesn't
blast.
manage to roll anything.
2 hits.
Woohoo!
The 2 6s actually get through, and so
Jokes about going ahead and be like, do you feel the flames?
all right.
All right.
Oh, see, that was good.
That's the difference between
So we gotta go with the punch.
All right. So that's is
Oh,
that
you
the
gotta
end?
be
Is
punny.
that the end of your turn?
Yeah, it's
All right,
So
so
everybody
Beacon has
look
made,
over your things.
or not Beacon,
On to the next
Ra has
round.
attacked Beacon and dealt 2 damage. So teams Rainbows and Unicorns has put some damage onto the cheeks,
Alright.
but we're still not too far in this round. We're actually about 22 minutes into this round, so
During my
about
surge,
halfway
I'll
now.
gain an aim. So from my square, I actually have sight on
Yes.
Citizen Dawn.
How do you feel about Dawn's vulnerability right now, being the only one in the middle of the board?
Yeah, but she's got Citizen Truth behind her that's taking her attacks for her, and even though Citizen Truth only has 1 hit point,
Right.
that means the next attack that's coming at her can't possibly hurt her. I think that Dawn stepping out in the middle and saying, hey guys, shoot at me, is a really strong move. Especially because what they're doing is they're hanging back and shooting at her instead of taking the fight past her. If I were that team, I would try to go right up to Dawn, get past Dawn, and attack her vulnerable teammates. She's right there stepping out front saying, hey guys, look at me. You should
What
hit
up?
me. Shoot at me. And as a result, her teammates are fine. If Squeeze the Cheeks doesn't start playing really aggressively, they're going to get nickeled and dimed by Rainbows and Unicorns, as Rainbows and Unicorns has proven that they are able to do.
Reach is 6, so everything 1 and above hits.
All right, so,
6, 5, 1.
and the 1 is going to hit as well, yeah, because they're using the targeting computer. And so it looks
Other
like,
attach, I have Razor Ordnance, which is 4 dice.
all right.
1 and 3 auto miss, but 2, 4, 5, and 6 hit.
Okay, and this one is how many dice?
This is 3 dice, everything hits.
So right now, Citizen Dawn is asking about the various attacks that the Wraith could make because she's deciding what ones she wants to try to block using Citizen Truth. Citizen Truth blocks, rolls 3 dice, blocks the 5, blocks the 1, and ignores the 6 because it can ignore one of the dice. Citizen Truth takes no damage.
Wow.
Citizen Dawn takes no damage.
That's got to hurt the Chiefs.
That Citizen Dawn strategy is very strong. If you're going to play, see there, that's what he was about to explain it. He said they were about to say we've seen the tournaments, the last tournament. I'm sure that's what they were about to say. And the last tournament, Citizen Dawn was very strong until people figured out how to kill her. And if you can separate her from Truth, and she's trying to play that strategy, and you keep her from playing that strategy, she's useless. Now there are exciting things she can do. Citizen Dawn is great outside of the Citizen Truth strategy, but very few people explore that. I really look forward to in the future Dawn doing more things.
Yeah.
Truth's going to absorb that whole attack, ignores the 5, blocks the 2 for sure.
Should Rainbows and Unicorns move on and be on screen for the tournament, I'm curious to see if they switch up their strategy and what they would do if one of the characters that they seem to be relying on, and it seems to be a good strategy, if that's banned. If people had seen the tournament last year and said, you know what, screw Citizen Dawn.
Right.
That's a great character to ban.
Banning Citizen Dawn is a good choice, and there's some characters that are good choices to ban. I personally, if I were going against this team, I would not ban Citizen Dawn. Hope that they take Citizen Dawn and then build a team just built on taking them apart. Because Citizen Dawn, if you trust in the Citizen Dawn strategy to get you through, and the other team knows you're going to do it, you can just get taken apart. Get Operative out there and pull Operative or pull Citizen Dawn to the Operative. Get Omnitron out there and have them rearrange the field. Anyway, it's back to Citizen Dawn's turn again. Theory crafting aside.
I'm putting in Searing Lance and taking out the other one.
Searing Lance.
I'm going to choose to aim. Going to attack Bunker.
All right, Bunker's 3 down.
Searing Lance, and I'm going to use 2
And you can
attacks
see as we
plus
have
1
up here on the
sear.
screen, the Searing Lance
So I'm gonna
attack.
roll
It misses
6
on a
dice.
6, but you can re-roll one of the auto misses.
yeah.
And since Bunker is a range 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from Citizen Dawn, only 5s can possibly get through.
Okay.
So any 6s he rolls is going to re-roll. But he's aiming, so we're going to...
All right.
No 6s.
Everything is a 5, so it's
Fantastic.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Your
6.
auto misses come out first.
Right, it's only a 6. I don't have any 6s. So it's
So
6 5.
6 5s are going at Bunker. Bunker has a defense of 4. If he blocks with all 4 of his dice, he survives. If he fails to block with at least one of those dice, Bunker dies on this attack.
Oh, wow.
I used one of my free actions.
Not looking good for Bunker at all.
Bunker
Oh.
blocks 2 of them.
So you take
Wait, hold on. It looks to me like Bunker rolled 5 defense dice. Oh, he used a defense plus 1 token. That makes sense. Usually you use defense plus 1 tokens after your roll because you can, but he just went ahead in the first place and said, no, I want that extra one.
I mean, I can see why. There was a very... Oh, and he's out.
Yeah.
Move forward one. Trust me. Go ahead and tilt him over.
then I can
All
go
right.
2 over.
And so, yeah, pulling Bunker
And then,
forward,
for my last
saying, hey,
thing,
Bunker,
I'm-
you're going to come into the action more.
Okay. Just leave it here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a dodge.
Because, yeah, you got 6/5s. Bunker blocked
then,
2 of them.
Citizen
So 3
Truth's
damage
turn.
dealt, knocked him out, and the
He's
1
gonna
extra
take a
damage
dodge.
pulled him forward.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. And then my turn is now.
So Citizen Truth took a dodge action. So Citizen Truth is doing the same thing, hanging out there. He's down to 1 hit point, but he's still effective. He's still
in the game.
We saw that he absorbed 2 attacks off of the Wraith. So it's Bunker's turn. Bunker stands back up, gets his health points back. At this point, it looks like Team Cheeks is starting to see the writing on the wall. They're looking a little bit morose over there. I feel like they might know what's... I think they know that they're in trouble, and if they don't take Citizen Dawn down, they're going to be in more trouble.
I mean, we're well into round 3. We got a point on the board.
Yep. We do have our first incapacitation, and that's very exciting.
One action, I'm going to move.
Yeah.
And my second action, I'm going to grenade launcher right here.
Yes. So now Bunker is doing it. Bunker's getting up and shooting at the 2 allies that are in the woods. Both Ra and Legacy are the targets of these attacks. 6/4/4 against Ra and Legacy. That's great. Now I'm excited. Now we're making attacks. Woo!
I'm using dodge.
Sorry, I'm going to try not to knock your coffee over with my arms.
Oh, no, I'm good. I'm holding on to this coffee for dear life.
There we go.
No damage.
Legacy
roll
blocks
again
all
for
of
the
it.
other attack?
Legacy was dodging, so managed to block all of it, but the damage is going to be
right
coming
here.
now against Ra.
Oh,
That's
I'm sorry.
6/4/1
He's gonna take
going
the
against
damage
Ra.
from Right?
Yeah, because it says any ally.
And they're within line of sight. So the right next to Citizen Truth is gonna, and he's gonna.
Rainbows and Unicorns still looking energetic, looking excited. Cheeks, not so much. But guys, you can pull through. Let's do this.
I probably
Should I
would
save it
just
for?
go ahead and do it. Just
All right, I'll
for
go ahead
just
and
in
he'll
case.
use the dodge.
All right, so those managed. Wow. So if those 2 characters hadn't had those dodge tokens, they both would have taken some damage. But instead, those dodge tokens allowed them to ignore the damage. That said, now that we're moving up front, now we're being aggressive. They can't. Legacy and Ra can just sit back and dodge every turn, but that's not going to profit them. And Bunker can hit them every turn with that grenade launcher. So hopefully, this meeting in the middle here is going to make it interesting. Also, they're all skirting the edges. Both Citizen Dawn and Citizen Dawn and Bunker are right on the edge of those turret ranges. So I'd love for somebody to misstep into the machine gun fields.
I mean, at this point, it's round 3. I mean, people need to start playing aggressively if they want to stay in.
Yeah, I think that we're going to see this for obviously this match, probably the next match too. But once we start hitting match 4 or 5, I anticipate seeing some much more aggressive plays. And Rainbows and Unicorns has been better than what we saw last match. They still hung out in the forest, but
You get a 1. You get a 1. We all get 1s except for you guys.
Sorry.
Aww, wah, wah.
Rainbows and Unicorn talking a little friendly smack. I mean, it wasn't quite smack, but it was verging.
I'm excited for some smack. I want
know, me
people
too.
Offend each other's mothers, guys.
Oh
Bring
yeah,
it.
right?
That was galvanized.
And then take a dodge.
I want some
And then
good-natured
we'll take a
smack.
dodge.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
And roll mobility.
G-rated smack.
All right, so
Alright.
Legacy's
And my
taking a
turn is
dodge, and he's giving some tokens away, so he's hanging out with the dodge strategy. I kind of hoped that Bunker stepping up would make Legacy decide to want to get in on it, but well, we'll see what happens. What I really would have liked to see is Legacy use his card Flying Smash. Flying Smash allows him to move a certain amount and then attack a certain hex, and then everything that is adjacent to that hex gets attacked as well. I would have loved to see Legacy move up to here and then Flying Smash, boom, right to there, and that would have hit Bunker, or right to here, and that would hit Bunker and Beacon, and put Legacy in the middle of the
We'll tell you
action.
what we do.
That would have been exciting for me,
He's just moving for now.
but I guess it's not about me. Oh wait, so Beacon steps up?
Here we go.
And then I will use bolstering team up, which
Yes, so bolstering team up allows her to take another action and for an adjacent ally to make an action. So she's saying, hey, Bunker, shoot that grenade launcher again, and I'm going to make an attack.
All right, I'm going to.
How many? Does she only have 2 actions?
Yeah,
this is her
2
second. Okay.
Right, so she'll get to attack.
You get to do another one.
So I'm grenade here again.
Okay.
So Bunker is again launching that grenade launcher, and Ra hasn't had a chance to dodge yet. Unfortunately, this is not as good of a roll as the last one. So it's just a 4.
Go ahead and just. I wouldn't even use the dodge.
The dodge won't make a difference because there's only one die.
6-2.
All right, so his legacy blocks it, but Ra now has to roll against it. And Ra...
I don't even have one, so good thing. Alright.
And Ra rolls a 4 and blocks it. That was unfortunately just a bad roll on for Bunker. The dice were not great for him, but that was a great strategy. That was the Team
worthwhile
Cheeks.
move.
Team Cheeks is showing some teeth.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know if
Showing teeth, but not the luck.
And then Beacon is making a focus blast with Citizen Dawn, which does the same thing as before, where the 1s don't make range, the 2 stays up, and then the 6 become 2s. So it's 3 2s.
6 is an auto miss.
Oh, it's 6 is an auto miss on that attack. That's true. So it's just 1 2
Yeah, so how's that
coming
work?
at Citizen Dawn. And so as a result, the 2 is going to get absorbed by Citizen Truth. It doesn't matter.
We're dodging. We're just even able to do it very slow.
So that was some. That Beacon there had a good turn with a good strategy and good plans, and the dice did not help him. Like that was all in the dice there, unfortunately. That was not what Team Cheeks needed at this point in the game.
It's moving.
We are on to Ra's turn, the last turn of this round.
So now you can do the hurricane dash.
Okay, so at this point, Ra's going to drop that blazing tornado somewhere. We'll see where it goes,
That
though.
volcano looks nice and warm.
Blazing tornado. I don't know. It's not called a hurricane, so I can't say I'm going to rock you like a hurricane.
Immediately.
All right, so the blazing tornado token is going to get dropped somewhere. That's a great place for it, right behind both Bunker.
Open space.
It has to be. It just says
Okay, I would
line
put it.
of height.
So that's good.
I can go ahead and put someone.
I
So
would-
do we want to put it under beacon? Or do
All
we-
right,
Put it under
so
beacon, that would work well.
Oh, she's moving it.
yeah, she's putting it underneath Beacon.
Oh, then never mind. Put it next to her.
Oh no, she's leaving it there. Okay,
Leave it there.
interesting. But anyway, so she's putting it right there, and that it means that it's creating hazard spaces. It doesn't hurt them right now, but if you move into it, or if you end your turn and it attacks you. But yeah, that is correct. As a result, since they're putting it under Beacon, now Beacon, when she moves out, will get attacked by it.
And the center of
And
the
if Bunker
hurricane
stays there and doesn't move, he'll get attacked by it.
Yeah.
So at this point, Bunker either has to stay where he is, move through Citizen Dawn, move into the fire, or move into one of the auto turrets ranges.
Is its attack radius 0?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it does. Okay, yeah. So no matter what happens next turn, she has to move somewhere.
Rock you like a
And now you get to do pokey attacks on them. Do you have any pokey attacks? So aim and then pokey attack.
I only have 2 actions.
It's interesting they're using some terminology
No, this isn't
from
an action.
other types of games,
Oh,
so
that's right. Yeah,
I
that's
like
my
it.
surge. Oh, and I still have my other surge.
They're
in my
definitely
game.
seasoned tabletop players.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
I don't know how much tactics they've played, but they certainly at least have watched a bit of it and know some things.
Just talking.
I think Rainbows and Unicorns are going to bring some good things to the table here.
Fire blast.
Aim.
Aim first.
All right, so they're aiming a Fire Blast, it looks like. So aim is action 1, and action 2 is Fire Blast, and
First action's aim.
And then
Let's
fire
see.
blast, beacon.
With aim.
And let's see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 away from Bunker. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 against
It's
Beacon.
my base.
It is auto misses of 2 and 5.
Yeah,
So the range is
You
whatever.
already have done.
So right now.
So go ahead. I would. And you roll how many
Fives and
dice?
sixes, okay.
And 5 is an auto miss, so only 6s will make it through. But if she gets 1 6, all of the dice will become the 6, except for the 2s and 5s
Are you
that are
gonna-
auto misses.
are you gonna use
Now
your
she
aim?
does have the Staff of Ra out, and the Staff of Ra will allow her to re-roll some auto misses.
Well, I can do that after my first 4, though, because
You're aiming.
yeah, I'm gonna aim. So we can go ahead and take it out.
Ra still aiming.
Okay. And then auto misses are 2s and 5s. I don't have any of that. So,
So she rolled nothing that's an auto miss.
Roll 4 more.
But she has attack +1 tokens, and so she's going to roll more attacks.
yeah.
All right.
Ah!
No
Five,
6s.
you
The
got
5s are on the
five
2s are auto
misses.
misses,
You get to
so she
re-roll
can
one.
re-roll both the 5s and that 2. Right?
5s.
No,
Because I get to re-roll with Staff of Ra.
Take the
Okay, so you
2.
just need 1 6.
So I just need 1 6. Come on. That was
Did you get a 6? No.
No 6. No
wow.
6 in the dice.
So even with that,
do I still
wow, that crazy dice superiority. Like that, I'm just.
That's
that,
a
that
lot
is
of
so
dice.
many dice, and yet she didn't get a
So
single
that's
6,
the-
and that's what she
the
needed.
end of your turn.
So.
These dice just hate everybody.
Just once. Just the first time you missed. That would otherwise.
If only. Alright, and so I just need to do mobility and then
Oh, they all
I'm done.
missed. Yeah, they're all 4s.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were
All
all too
right.
low. She wasn't,
Unfortunately,
she
she had a
was
great turn. That was
Yeah.
a great choice. The aiming, the fire
5
blast,
away, and
everything.
she didn't get a
The,
six.
what would have made the difference is if she'd moved up closer.
Alright.
Turn.
If they were not fighting at extreme range,
I know.
the problem
Like,
the problem is
what
they're
happened
still
yesterday? I
they're
was
still
rolling sixes
playing a little
Holding a little back.
yeah. Because if she'd have been at range 4 to her target, she would have gotten tons of damage. Because
Right.
she rolled at several
yesterday.
4s.
They mean at bunker, maybe it would have mattered.
Yeah, exactly.
It would have killed.
It would have actually. Yeah, we
He
should
seems
have done
like
that.
he'd
Yep.
enjoy Asana
That is
inside
true.
that suit.
Hindsight's 2020.
All right, so now it is on to a new turn around beginning of round 3. It's the Wraith's turn. Is this round 3 or round 4?
Again and aim.
I seem to have lost track.
So many defense though.
Yeah, I know. So I have 3 actions.
Cheeks deliberating.
Don't forget, this is all Inferno.
I know.
Looks like there's going to be a little movement. They're considering the board.
There's so many,
Nicely
like,
placed Inferno.
Yeah. All I can think is I'm like pretty much Raw might as well be nicknamed like God of Rock as
Yeah,
well.
just go ahead and start swinging, baby.
All right, so my first action is going to be a move.
Get out there, Cheeks.
2.
I'm still staying in the mountain.
I have
Yeah, it's
mobility.
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 Cool beans.
Um,
It's always so hard to remember who has that.
All right, so
next.
Especially when people can swap it out.
The tiles they stand on should be have like peaks.
all right, we're getting close to the end of this match too. I'm about to give the 10-minute warning to them.
2 or 3.
So when that happens,
Three.
hopefully they'll jump into action. At this point, Rainbows and Unicorns, though, has that one incapacitation, and I don't see a way for Team Cheeks to get to catch up with that. I do see ways for Rainbows and Unicorns to get another incapacitation, which would be good.
My second action will be throwing knives.
Okay,
on
here we go.
Citizen Dawn.
All right.
This is 3 dice. no
Again, the Wraith
auto
is hanging out way back there. Now, mind you, the Wraith hanging out in the background is not as bad because she has her targeting computer, which lets her reduce the range of her attacks. But
4, 2, 1. So he takes
Oh.
2 hits. So that actually.
and that kills Citizen
He is
Truth.
now
Citizen
out of
Truth
play.
has been finally
For
defeated,
my final action,
but no damage has been
I
dealt to
will
Citizen
aim
Dawn. But that said,
my Razor Ordnance on Citizen Dawn.
all right, so
Okay.
now we're getting an attack on Citizen Dawn. This hypothetically, no, I think this rolls 4 dice, so it can't even kill Citizen Dawn, and it doesn't matter
Once
because
threes are
none
gone.
of it. Oh, let's see. Oh, but the range is being reduced.
We
I
cannot roll
get-
for nothing this game, man. Really.
All right, I'm going to roll my 3 defense dice.
All right,
No damage.
so let's see how we do.
And 6, 2.
Block the 2/2s. Citizen Dawn takes no damage.
No worries. So no damage.
All right, that is the Wraith's turn. Citizen Dawn is up. And unfortunately, the Wraith ran into trouble because she started off this game with defensive powers and then started transitioning into offensive. I think she could have been attacking from earlier on. But, you know, hindsight and all
my
that.
turn. I'm going to go ahead and pick up Return with the Dawn.
All right, so she's switching out
I'm
Return of the
gonna put
Dawn
Down,
and putting down hopefully a Luminous Leadership or maybe Blinding Blast.
Blinding Blast.
Oh, there
There
we
we
go.
go. Nice.
Thanks. I played this game once.
A couple of times.
Yeah.
And I'm going to. I have. So I can aim, attack, and then move, right? Sure. So
Or you
I'm
could aim,
going
attack,
to
and attack.
aim.
Come on.
I'm going to attack Beacon.
All right, and attacking Beacon, because she has down to 4 hit points.
Is there a chance that Beacon can be taken out of this round?
There's a chance. If I were Citizen Dawn at this point, I would aim, I would make an attack against Beacon, and I would make an attack against, another attack against Beacon in order to take her down.
So I'm using my
That said, that is the 10-minute mark. This is the 10-minute mark, so they have 10 minutes left in this match. So,
I love you. That's why I touch you with my Searing Lance.
yikes.
What are the misses?
All right.
Auto misses on 3s and 4s.
So
She
those
just wants to
3s
get
go
you
away,
guys
but you have 5 and 3
firing.
2s coming through. And 2s do make range.
Still 4 on the board.
So you have, I have 4 5s.
And she was aiming, so it's all 4 5s.
Let's go 2s.
Unfortunately, she only rolls 3 defense dice.
Embrace the hug.
And she blocks 1 of it, so she takes 3 damage.
So you take 3
And that takes
damage.
Beacon down to 1 hit point. Now, Citizen Dawn should use her last action, push the offensive, make an attack. She's got Searing Lance, she's got Blinding Blast.
Wanting to say
Don't
bye.
move, make an attack. Come on.
Citizen Dawn, why would Citizen Dawn want to move at this
Should I
point?
move to safety or should I stay out there?
I'd stay out there.
Yeah.
Okay, and then
Listen to Ra.
I already have Oh, my dodge will go away, won't it?
Yeah,
it's already
so
gone away.
claim the
Oh,
dodge.
it's already
back.
gone. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I would just
Well,
get a dodge.
I could move and then be in safety and not have to worry about an attack.
Why do you gotta be safe? You only got
Right.
like 5 minutes left.
So this is the trick, is that
Yeah, but I
Citizen
think I
Dawn
can go
only has,
behind.
they only have, they
I think
have
I
8
should
minutes
go
left.
behind.
But still, with their last 8 minutes,
Okay,
they
we're
need
just gonna get a
to
citizen out.
make sure that they don't lose it on an accident sort of thing.
And I'm gonna move. I have 6 movement, so I'm gonna go ahead and move.
He's moving.
1, 2,
Citizen Dawn takes the move.
and then I'm gonna re-roll my movement. And I have a 6 again.
All right, so Citizen Dawn moves to
Now
safety.
my turn
Playing
over,
it
and it's
safe.
turn 3.
All right.
Good for right now. Surge, I get,
So with that being Citizen Dawn's turn, Bunker's turn, and Bunker at this point has to do something interesting in order to tie it up. Because if Bunker can tie it up, and then they can get some damage on somebody else, they can maybe win it. They have 7 minutes. That's enough time to do something interesting. Bunker moves in.
Check out the
Okay, so Bunker is keeping away from the guns.
Good move.
Getting into the forest, and is going to use, hopefully he's going to use external combustion. Let me see if he pulled that card.
And attack +1 on a grenade launcher.
Crazy jungle melee happening down here.
And he's dropping a grenade. All right.
I drop a grenade for you.
Musical stylings of Trin.
Hi.
All right. 4 6s.
Oh, we'll do here first.
Oh, the aim. Okay, yeah. So.
You can only aim at one person.
Right.
Oh, okay. Bro.
And the +1 only goes to one.
So Ra is taking a 4 6s, an attack that's 4 6s. So
Okay, all right.
So this is why we can't. You're not supposed to roll the +1s at the same time. You're supposed to roll them
Sorry.
separately.
Sorry.
So we're just
You
gonna
want me to redo?
No.
We're just gonna pretend that's it.
Okay.
Okay, that's fair.
Well, so that's the question, right? Because he got 1 auto miss, right? Okay, I see what you're doing. Yeah,
All right.
Raw. Raw.
And the +1's to Raw?
Yep.
Okay, so Raw has 4 6s.
So roll 3 dice.
Come on, success.
all right, so Ra's going to roll some defense and blocks none of it. It
Nine
looks
sixes.
like. All right, so Ra takes 4 damage. So
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Yeah. And then legacy.
Would you say it's a 3rd-degree burn?
So go ahead and roll.
Yay!
Do you get-
They're all
I don't
smack
know. I'll see
talking.
about getting some movement later.
I'll dodge.
Okay.
Legacy is dodging, and he's not even taking 4 full 6s at this point. So Legacy has 2 2 3, and was rolling against an attack. Yeah. So Legacy takes 2 damage. So now, if Squeeze the Cheeks can get an incapacitation, they've got a shot at tying this up.
I have a perfect move for this.
Unfortunately for Squeeze the Cheeks, because they moved, so Bunker moved and grenade launched.
We're running out of time. Yeah, that's the problem.
So Bunker moved and grenade launched, and now it's on to Legacy's
Gotta
turn.
make sure I'm still.
So hopefully what we're going to see here is Legacy making an attack. Legacy destroying someone. Going after Wraith. Wraith's all the way over there. Going after Beacon, no, not so much. But Bunker's right here.
Switching out Galvanize for
All right.
motivational
Bunker's
charge.
got all those
Motivational
health, though.
charge.
Oh,
That's
here we
great.
go.
The nice thing about Legacy switching from
My
motivational
surge,
charge is
which
that
allows
he can
me and
attack,
my allies, I
and
don't have
it will
one
heal
inside,
him
so
and Ra
she
1
gets
hit
a
point.
+1.
So it's going to undo some of the work that was just done to them.
+1.
And Ron needs it. He's down to 1.
Yep.
Um,
That'll keep
I
them
will
from being
now
so easily able to tie it up.
Oh,
say
you should have used. Okay. You should have used 4 and just to kill. You should have used
No,
flight.
no,
It's too late
it's-
now, but you
yeah.
should have flying smash.
fine.
All right.
No,
Aim,
we're working.
Yep.
aim,
Aim is the first action, so
first action, and then I will conduct a motivational charge against Bunker.
all right. So
With aim.
he's aiming a motivational charge at Bunker. So he's going to roll 3 dice. 1 and 2 are auto misses, and he doesn't have to worry about making range because they're right next to each other. I like how they're all hanging out in the jungle.
He needs 1 more red
Well,
dice.
let me roll these. Roll these first.
No, he's got to roll
Roll them all.
those first.
Yeah, roll all 7
Matter
dice.
if I roll them together?
So he's using all of his attack +1 tokens.
Wow.
All right,
those
so
dice.
all of those 1s and 2s are auto misses. He gets a 3 and a 4.
That is just a sad burn.
Except for 2.
Ugh.
So there's 2 4s.
What happened?
So 2 4s. He rolls all those dice, and 2 4s is what's left. And Bunker blocked it all. However, Legacy does regain a hit point, and Ra regains a hit point. So that helps.
It was a good move, even though these dice are clearly
Then
haters.
you do a dodge for your other thing.
No, he only has 2
All
actions.
right, and so that is Legacy's whole turn. Legacy was able to undo a little bit of the damage that Bunker
Giant ball of
did.
whip.
That said, Beacon's turn starts with her in the tornado, so whether she's going to stay there or try to fly out of it, it's going to make an attack. We have 3 minutes left in the match. It's going to be Beacon's turn, and that might be it. I don't even know if Ra's going to get another turn. We'll see.
Does the tornado do consistent damage to Beacon? Is she going to take another damage point?
So if you end your turn in a hazard space, or if you step into a hazard space, it makes an attack.
Okay.
So if she ends her turn there, it'll attack her. If she moves out of it, it'll attack her.
So you can end your turn where you are or move any direction.
All right. So here we go. Let's see what Beacon. Oh, wow. So Beacon has only 1 hit point right now.
And you have attack -1.
Yeah, so for each effect, you got to spend them one at a time on attack. So the next attack is one of those.
For example, your attack is.
All right, so Beacon has 1 hit point and has to get out of that blazing tornado.
I just gotta survive.
Targeting Ra.
Yeah.
All right, so
6,
6-3 and 2.
And the range is 5, so
This-
3 don't make range.
Nope.
The 6 does.
6 is not a miss on focus.
So
All right, so nothing happens. So tried to make an attack against Ra while not moving out of the tornado. Still has to deal with the tornado, though.
I just gotta get through
5s and 6s. 5s and 6s. 5s and 6s. No, he used attack -1.
He's got the 2 attack -1s from earlier.
All right, go for it, Cheeks.
Help me out here.
1, 2, 2.
Yes!
Well, Ra's pretty excited about that.
Now Ra attacks you.
Raw do the tornado effect.
So because Beacon made 2 attacks,
Can I use my attack?
because the Ra gets to,
Go do it. Do it now.
and Ra's going to use some attack +1 tokens on that tornado. There are 60 seconds left in this match, and they're about to maybe get another attack.
Tornado, hurricane.
So no auto misses.
No auto misses,
Oh
so
my gosh.
6-4, 3-3-3 going against Beacon.
So I think you inevitably die.
Yes. Escalate this.
All right, so
Is Beacon out?
yeah, Beacon is out.
Beacon is
So
out.
Beacon is incapacitated. That is 2 victory points, and
Roll defense dice to see how far the game goes.
it doesn't matter. That is match. That is time. That is time. Rainbows and Unicorns gets a victory against Squeeze the Cheeks. It was a much more exciting match than the last one, and had some really great gameplay there at the end. That was well done for everyone.
It's just really good energy. I'm really enjoying watching these teams like finally interact with each other.
Yeah, they did a great job. I had a lot of fun watching that and seeing how that was going on. So that was round 2, an exciting round. We'll be back in just a few minutes. We'll have brackets for round 3 and be able to see what exciting things are in store. I'm definitely interested to see how these teams are progressing as they play more and more matches today.
Yeah, I'm banking on more smack talk.
Yeah, that'd be great. See you soon.